Hello YouTube, this is Charles and I've got a special review today. Just want to bring it down and yep, it's the big guy himself, Masterpiece Grimlock. And I'm just going to look at the box here real quickly. This is the first part of I'm assuring will be many parts. First off, see it's got him in robot mode and dino mode, and down here can't really make out that well. It says Cybertron Dinobot Commander in MPO8, the 25th anniversary logo, and of course the Takara Tommy logo up here. And yes, for everybody who's wondering, I'm sure if you can make it out, but it does indeed say TEH, the, or the, I. And I'm just gonna rotate. Well, yeah, I'm gonna rotate the box around. Tell it's thicker than normal Masterpiece box. So here's the top, of course. But of course, the really interesting stuff is on the back. So let's take a look at that. First, we have this picture of him, dynamic pose, of course. Over here, we have Transformers Masterpiece, Dinobot Commander, and then lots and lots of kanji, which I can't read. Over here, and then down here we have some pictures of him roaring, of course. His sword, light up gun, the eye change gimmick, which is also detailed here, I think. Zoom in on that. Not very well because of the camera, fortunately. You have his brain transplant thing there. And I don't know who he's, I guess, giving that to. I believe that is Computron. Yep, G1 Computron. Grimlock, of course. Eye change in both modes. Look at his little waiter mode. And, of course, here he is in dinosaur form. And here's a look at some of the stuff that comes with him. The apron, the drinks, and everything else. Now I'm just going to very briefly stop the camera so I can bring him out. And we're back, and here is Masterpiece Grimlock in his waiter mode. Or actually his dinosaur mode of waiter accessories and stuff. Yeah, looks kind of goofy, but I have to admit that the Season 3 and even the G1 cartoon Grimlock actually is my favorite incarnation of the character. Where he's the big Dinobot badass, but he's also dumb as a post. I like that a lot better than the War Within comics did, where they basically made him this kind of badass that doesn't talk too much and everything. In fact, I think, was it the Ultimate Doom, I think, where Megatron is doing something that's transported Cybertron into Earth's orbit, and both planets are being shaken apart by the gravitational forces. And Wheeljack comes up with the bright idea of just sending the Dinobots out to curtail the disasters on the ground, so that they're tougher than the Autobots and can withstand more damage. And Grimlock has the infamous line of, "Me don't care if the whole planet shakes apart." And Wheeljack says, "Well, yeah, well, it's going to matter if it shakes apart if you want it?" And he goes, "Oh, well, me not think about that." So, there's that. He is a little off balance now because I've just started messing with him. I haven't had time to find his balance point yet, so you'll have to forgive me on that. As far as the tray goes, which people are complaining about, it comes with a variety of little glasses, and ta-da! Each glass has a little peg on the bottom of it so they can anchor into the tray fairly well. His hands, of course. We'll actually get to those hands in a little bit. The apron, which I guess some people are wondering about, basically it's tied already. It comes with two Velcro strings. Just pop those off like this, and it comes off like that. So if you don't want Grimlock in waiter mode, and you just want him in regular dinosaur mode, you can do that. And here he is. And I'm just going to put the camera down and try and keep him in frame while I do so. scale him back. Let's see, it's kind of hard to fit, but his arms, by the way, are the most interesting part about him. These dinosaur arms, rather, not his robot arms. You can tell they're kind of, a lot of care went into designing them. A lot more than I thought they would, but there we go. Okay, now let's look at one more accessory, then we'll get on to the actual figure itself, and that'll be his brain helmet. Now, hang on one moment, and we're back, and there's the helmet. It does attach, there's a little peg on it, and I'll show you that in a second, but I just wanted to bring out the guest star. So, and here he is. He's the big attention whore himself, Optimus Prime. This is the 20th anniversary edition Optimus Prime, I believe, aka Masterpiece Convoy, for those who care. Yeah, and I can handling this guy again, I can see why some decisions regarding the design and construction of this guy were made, but here he is, and you can see the brain drain thing is going into his chest. So just going to go ahead and get Mr. Attention Whore here out of the frame for right now. Now, as far as the helmet goes, just pop it off. Right there is a little tab, and on top of his head, right there, is a hole. So you can imagine how this works. So I'm just going to set that aside, and then we're going to look at the figure itself. First off, construction wise, his hands are probably one of the most surprising things about him. As you can tell from the way I'm moving them around, each of his fingers or claws is individually articulated so they can move. Let's see if I can get him there. Yeah, so I mean, you can get a pretty interesting little poses out of them. Very, very nice. I appreciate it. They are kind of delicate, so you have to be careful when moving them and the arm around. Yeah, shoulder here's a ball joint, I believe. Hinge. Now down here at the bottom of the figure, yeah, you have this sort of action. You can see fairly well. I guess some people show this off, but see his head? By twisting this lower section of his body, you can move his head. I'm just going to try and get him in. So, this is kind of a neat idea. I'm not sure if it plays out too well, but it's a nice idea. Here he has his mouth opens, and there's a gun inside, because, you know, all dinosaurs need guns. And I believe there's a button on here that makes that thing snap. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So he has fighting action, like that, little part over here, and the eye change. Right now he's blue eyes, of course. In order to change it, you have to come to the back of the head, or back to the top of the head rather, and flip the top up, and inside there's a different set of eye colors. So I'm just going to rotate this back around to red, and I've got a reason for that. If I can on camera. There. Oh, sorry about that. And there. Now he's in angry, pissed off mode. Rawr. Interestingly enough, another prop, G1 Grimlock. So we have little bitty G1, cute little guy right here, I guess. Big Masterpiece. Little G1, big Masterpiece. Okay. Next, why?